What I was doing was trying to make it a more natural. There we go, there we go, he's working. He's working. Up we go, come on Optimus, you can stand up son. Then the legs come out. Oh yes! See, that's how you do it. Welcome to Gaming with a Scottish accent. I'm Dantill and this Scrap Mechanic. How you doing guys? We're back. First off I want to say thank you all for the news, for all the support you've been giving me. The support me by the comments been awesome, the likes, the subscribers. I mean, you love this series, I love making it as well. It's getting hard to make a better build than my last one every time I make something, but everybody likes their different things. But for all your suggestions on how to get Optimus to stand up, we figured it out. I was speaking to Menace on Twitter and he suggested using the suspension glitch, which I managed to do in a little bit of jigging and poking. We managed to get it working. Now this is a lag fest, I must warn you. It does not like it, but right, let's get you out the way. So I'll just demo this and then we go. So hit the button and he fell. He fell. Oh no, that's not supposed to happen. He's supposed to weigh it. Oh, that's fine. And then the back legs go down. Yes, right, and there he is. So now when that happens, this seat pops out the back. So now we can actually drive him. He drives pretty well, and the suspension is not needed at the back because they're I put suspension at the front, but the back's not really needed because they're flexible legs, so they actually work, the whole leg works as like a suspension, which is pretty cool. And if we stop, let's get back up there and we'll show you him try to stand up. Hopefully it works. I mean, it is a bit iffy at times, but hopefully it'll work for you guys. So let's go. So firstly we need to hit that on and you'll see him kind of pull up. It's because in his feet, you would notice in the feet here there is actually the suspension binded, so it tries to flip the whole thing. So now we can hit there and hopefully it will stand up. Oh, I don't think it's going to work. Oh, it's not going to work. Are you kidding me? Oh, we're going to have to try again. Maybe it's because we drove him. It was working. I have a video on Twitter if you don't believe me. Let's try one more time and then we're going to go and try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I changed some stuff, didn't I? That's what I done. I was mucking around and changed some stuff. That is why he falls over as well. What I was doing was trying to make it a more natural. There we go, there we go, he's working. He's working. Up we go, come on Optimus, you can stand up son. Then the legs come out. Oh yes! See, that's how you do it. So there we go, Optimus can stand up. But anyway, let's get out this lag fest. And we're going to do some stuff with the suspension today. We try and make a bike. Try and make like a Harley kind of bike that keeps yourself upright. So let's jump onto a new world and say goodbye to the lag. Hey guys, we're back. Started on a new world because the other one, it was just far too laggy to build on. So let's get the stuff we need for this self-balancing bike. We need a seat, which we have. We need bearings, which we have. Let's get all this off the bar that we don't actually need. Take the wheels off for now. We're going to add a button. We're going to add them. And we need the short springs. We have this. We need the seat as well. Okay, so let's put. First of all, you need to plonk the seat down. Then we can lift you up. Right, so you're going to want to add. You need to bind everything to the seat so that it's one thing. Right, we're going to add this in. This is purposely just to get the lift out of the way. We'll take that off and then go click and boink. Now we can get the seat. We can actually get into the seat without having to worry. So we want to add there, and you want to make sure you're adding it, pointing at the seat when you're clicking them on, because it's very important that they're connected to that seat. Otherwise, they start rotating. Oh, we have done this wrong. Firstly, you want a bearing here, then you add block there, and then to the seat. Is it going to be? Yeah, put it on the seat. And you want another bearing here, or are we this way? Are we this way? Let's go from here. So there, come across, bearing, block. Right, that should be fine like that. So now we need to add in the suspension, which is here. And no, oh, you can actually put that further down. Oh, it goes through the suspension. Interesting. Oh, I didn't realise you could do that. Put that there, and then we're going to want to add U, which looks like it's fine to me now. Now let's add a couple of these. And then we're going to want to combine them to the bearings. Now they're the wrong way, so they're both going to have to turn the same direction. So we'll both put them on the plus 15. This will become a bit more clear when I actually show you what it does. Now we need to add a button. Now we need to add a button. And we connect them to the respective controllers, and now we jump down. We should be able to get on. If we hit the button, it should flip, and that should flip, and that one doesn't. Why are you not flipping? That one goes, oh, there we go, there's that one. Oh, okay, I know why, I know why. Take you off. You need to make sure this is connected to that bearing, like so. So now if we jump back on and hit 2, it's just not happening. Why are you not happening? Have we done this the wrong way? Oh, I think we have. Aha, aha, aha. I actually believe we have. So if we go like that and like that, is that going to do anything better? Yes. See, that goes that way, and this should turn that way now. Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted. See how we do that? Push one button, it flips us one way. Push the other button, it flips us the other way. So basically what we can do now is add in sensors instead of these buttons. So that when it flips, it kind of corrects itself to stay upright. You can add a sensor on here, and then add a sensor on here, and then just connect them up to here and then to here, and that should just, so if you stand in front, it should flip it. See? See what just happened there? Right, now we need to put wheels on it. We'll raise it up a little bit so we'll come up like so. We can actually take that off. We don't need that on anymore. Right, that's that done. So let's now plonk you on. We'll lift you up. And then we're going to have to add in the wheels and the things like that. I want to make that pretty cool though. I want to make it look like a kind of Harley as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll use these pipes. So I'm going to add all of these blocks on. Phone going off. And now we need to just get the wheels on. So if we put you like that, that's not going to work because we need it to be a bit further out than that. We're going to use the big wheels as well. So if we go up like that, let's bring it down. I've got a cool design for this actually. Bring it like that, like that. If we come out one on both sides, and then if we angle in with a bearing, where's the bearings? At the top. Let's add a bearing instead of the suspension there. Oh, wait a minute, do we need suspension? On the front. I think we will on the front, but not in the back. Or that's what we're going to do anyway. The engine, we've not replaced the engine. The engine can actually go underneath, possibly, or right at the front here. So you want to add that on here. So I think that's going to be low enough. Or possibly not. Let's lower the wheel just that little bit more. Down, down, and then raise you up. And we can kick it back over this way. Add you. And then add the wheel. Right, okay, that is how the front is going to go. So now we need to do the back. So if we can't do that, is the other way around, Dahl. Oh my god. So let's add metal instead of sensors. We'll come out one more block. We need the engine placed, so where are you? Gas engine there. We'll take off the buttons instead. We won't need the buttons anymore. Plonk an engine there. Now what we want to do is have this come up. Can we have that down anymore? No. Let's jump on then. Up and then up and up. And we're going to want to have it go over like so. Oh, wait a minute. Do we want that though? We're actually going to do this. Right, can we place a bearing there? And we can place a bearing there. And what we'll do is have you there. Have you there. And we're going to have it come out again like that. And like that. And then come back over. So it points back down. Now we've done that, what we need to do now is just have this and that and then another two. And again, like we did at the front, bearing and then the wheel. Now I know that doesn't look like a proper bike at the minute, but once we get all connected up it should be fine. So we'll add you to... Oh, the controller. Yeah, that's fine because we can set the default angles in a controller, which is fine. So that's going to be blue, let's say blue 30. We'll try 30, see what it looks like. So it'll be blue 30 for you. And we're just going to go off there. So that goes down. Perfect. Right, that is perfect. You see how it keeps writing itself? Perfect. Right, so now we need that to be red 30. It takes it down. Awesome. Awesome. What we forgot to do though was add a turn mechanism. I was wanting to try and do that. See, that's awesome. That is pretty slick how it does that. See? And it keeps itself up. So now we can jump on. If we place you back here. Okay, so now we can connect up the engine and it should be able to go. So we connect you to rear wheel drive. And then connect it to the seat. Change the speed up to maybe 5. Please devs, you need to add in the ability to click and now we can go. We've got a bike that shouldn't fall over. We just need to add turning in. Oh, it does fall over, okay. We need to increase the speed as well because it's a bit slow. So now, how are we going to do the turning? Which is a thing. How the... Right, so that goes like so. To be able to turn, we need to rotate the whole wheel, kind of. Which is a bit tricky. Right, okay, I've got an idea. Let's go for this. So we're going to demolish you. We can easily get that back. We've got the angles there that we need. They're 30 degrees to get it down. Three, 4, and then 1, 2. We can actually make it look a bit better as well. So if we come out this way, can we come out that way? No, we can't. Yes, we can. Good. 1, 2. Now it's going to be slightly off centre, that's the only thing. But see, that's what I don't like about it. It is going to be off centred. If we connect you to there, then we can take off that and that. The engine falls off, but it's not an issue because we can add the engine on up there, like so. Now if we connect you to there and rotate it, that should be able to turn, which it does. Not the way I want it to turn. I wanted it to turn the whole thing. Right, let's put you back on and we'll disconnect that, take that away, and we'll add the block onto here and put the engine on top. Let's bring it down a bit so we can see. There, right, now if we jump on and we turn, the whole engine turns, which is fine. But we also need to take away that and take away that. We'll add in something like maybe that. Is that going to let us turn? Let's try. Yep, and no. Because of the angle it's at, it's not going to let us turn, and I believe it's you that's causing the problem. Which isn't too big an issue, to be honest. We could probably have it like that, and that would still look okay. It doesn't because of the engine. Ah, it's actually the engine. If we put you there and then put you there, that should turn. Yeah, that turns, which is fine. Okay, that's okay. So now we need to go up and up. And what we want to do is have you like that, there and there, and then we add the bearing on. That may be too high. I think that's too high. We're going to go for 2 high rather than 3 high. So 1, 2, and then 1 and 2. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Then we add the bearings on here. And here, we need to figure out a place to put the engine now. Maybe we could possibly stick it underneath. Yeah, we'll get it underneath. That's not too bad, actually. And then we need to add you like so, and then you like so, and then 1, 1. Put it on the left so it stays upright so we can attach stuff. 1, and then another one of the ones, and one of these ones. Add a bearing and stick the wheel on. So now if we connect you to there, wrong one, that one please, and you to the back one, now that needs to go blue and red. So blue was at 30 degrees, and then red 30 degrees on that one, or pink, however you want to, oh, in the starting position, not when you, right, okay, has to be in the starting position. Otherwise it'll just change, it'll only go down every time the sensor triggers it to. Now, yeah, there we go. Now if we jump in, we should be able to turn and turn. It maybe turns a little bit too much, which isn't, it's not too bad. Let's add an engine in, if we can get this up. Can we fit an engine under here? We can. It may be a bit too low to the ground though. Probably just right there. Does that look terrible? What do we think? Does that look absolutely terrible? It doesn't look great, but let's just try it anyway. Let's add you, and then we'll go in and we'll put you full pelt. That doesn't look terrible. Let's jump in. Stop, stop, stop. Change the turning. It's all went. It's all whacked. Right, okay, now let's try it. If we jump in, we can turn. We can do wheelies. Doesn't like turning, and it flips. Okay, it's a bit too, it's not heavy enough then, I don't think. So maybe we need to weigh it down a bit at the front. Maybe if we encased the engine in a bit, would that look any better? You know what I mean? We could make this a bit fancy, so you can still see the engine, but it looks better maybe. Let's grab some of these curved things. I like these. I do like using these. We want to keep that open so we can see in there. Oh, that doesn't want to connect like that. I want to connect it down on the bottom. Ah. But will it mess up the turning, that engine? It does mess up. Oh, it doesn't mess up. It does mess up the turning. We need the whole thing to move then, so it does actually need to be connected to. That'll fall off. See, it actually needs to be connected to this block. Let's put it back on here. Lift you up. What we'll do is something like that, and then maybe there, come out 3. We'll go the same way here. Come out 3, and then just connect you back up like that. How's this going to look? You know what? I'm going to take that off. I'm just going to have that like that. Like so, and then we'll angle that round. Yeah. That doesn't look terrible. It's maybe a bit too quick. It is a little bit too quick. The power at the back is making it do wheelies. So let's go in, turn it down a couple of notches. We'll jump back in. It really doesn't want to turn now. Okay, the turning mechanism is not working, so let's jump off again. We need to do something here. What is it? It's U. It is U, isn't it? It is definitely that is causing it not to turn. So if we can do maybe... Can we do something like that so it looks a bit better? Let's put you on the stand, like so. And if we jump up, like that and like that. Now if we take you off, that should turn. Still doesn't turn. What is stopping it turning? Oh, the engine. It's the actual engine. It was the actual engine. Ah, I know what I've done. I connected the engine to the bottom block, not the top block. So now if we jump on, still not going to turn. Which is very, very strange. It is the engine. Aha. Yep, it is the engine. It was the engine. So we can't do that. I may leave them on because they're quite cool. So let's just chuck you on there. Let's just bonk you there, lift you up, and the engine's just going to go underneath. I'm just going to put the engine there. Maybe a little bit low to the ground. But at least we can go on. We can turn now a little bit better. We'll be able to turn better in a second when I take that off and that off. Now we can turn and we can go. Can we go? If we go like so, and then we connect the back up to the engine, which is fine. Connect you up to there. Let the engine go up to 6 and we should be good to go. There we go. And now we can turn a little bit. You can. It still likes to wheelie a bit, I suppose. You can do big turns. It is a self. It's a motorbike that stays up itself, and it looks pretty cool. It does look pretty cool, let's face it. I'm pretty happy with that, guys. But anyway, I'm going to call it an episode. We've done enough today. We've got a bike that actually can turn and kind of stays upright if you need to take care, obviously, when you're doing cornering. But I think it looks pretty nice. I think it does look pretty sweet. So let's actually just finish it off with nothing. Nah, we're just going to call it, guys. I can muck a bit with this off camera and see if we can make it a bit better, make it look a bit better anyway. But to be honest, I'm not too disappointed with how it looks. It looks pretty cool. Take you off, put you there. That looks a bit better, I suppose. And does it still turn? Yeah. So now we can actually move. We can turn. As long as we keep it slow enough, it does stay upright for the most part, and it kind of tries to correct itself when it falls over. But obviously, with it being a bike and on off-road terrain, it's not going to be the best. Now, what I may do is lower the wheels and add some suspension in the front to try and take the bounce off. That may help. It may help. But anyway, we're going to call it, guys, as I've said. So remember though, if you did enjoy it, please leave a like. If you haven't already, hit that subs button. Spread the word, tell your friends, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.